All right. Welcome to today's episode, which is The Star-Spangled Man. And the opening scene of uh, this episode starts off with a uh, quick reintroduction of the um, new Captain America. So we get a previously on Falcon and Winter Soldier recap, and then we cut to a locker room where the new Captain America is getting ready for an interview. And I really like this bit because the actual interview is with a proper uh, TV show and on a proper channel, which is ABC, and it's Good Morning America, even though it looks like it was filmed at night. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, so he comes out to some fanfare and is interviewed inside a like an American football pitch. Yeah, so he's like quizzed about some stuff, such as what makes you like Captain America, etc., etc., or did you ever work with Steve Rogers and all that kind of stuff, which was obviously interesting. But the responses that he gave, I felt that they were quite um, they were quite like canned responses. So he was basically told to say everything that he did say. Um, but yeah, it kind of gave a good basis for the guy because it looks like he's just going through the motions, and it did seem like he was quite proud to be Captain America. But this is the thing; it's like he's acting as Captain America. But yeah, so he's got a friend called Hoskins who's also. It seems I think he's also enhanced, so he's part of the Super Soldier Serum as well, or has taken the super soldier serum. But again, well, we find out in this episode that there aren't. It's not just him that's taken the super soldier serum. Um, yeah, so we cut away to um, Sam going on a mission to get these flag smashers, and Bucky decides to go and see him and uh, argue with him basically to say, why did you give up the shields? Steve wouldn't have wanted that. And yeah, Falcon didn't really have an actual response for him, but he didn't obviously realize what they were going to do. He didn't know that they were going to create a new Captain America. So Sam goes on his mission, and and Bucky tags along and realizes that they're going to Munich in Germany, and he's wearing a really nice leather jacket. And for some reason, as he's about to jump out of the plane, Bucky decides to destroy this lovely leather jacket just to show off his arm. And I just thought that was just really stupid because his arm will still work without the leather jacket sleeve. But yeah, they both land in a disused foundry or work a warehouse in Germany, and they find some people that are putting stuff into lorries. So these seem to be vaccines of some kind or uh, super soldier serums. They don't know exactly what. I think it's said that it could be vaccines. But yeah, these guys that are shipping them, there's I think there's about 8 of them in total. but you see five loading the vans, sorry, the lorries, and they're carrying really heavy boxes, just like two people. Um, there's a bit of banter here, which is quite good. I think the banter's okay. I was expecting more of a lethal weapon style kind of dynamic. It's kind of there, but it's not actually played too much for laughs. So what they end up doing is Sam scans that there's somebody in there that could be a hostage, and they go after these two lorries. What I don't what happens is Bucky breaks into the lorry in front, and then the lorry behind doesn't actually do anything. It's like the lorry driver doesn't care; he's just following along, and it's just a bit silly. But the actual action sequence is good. It did feel a bit fake in certain places, and I just think they got the angles wrong when they were filming. But yeah, it did look a bit dodgy. But yeah, still really good action scenes. Two lorries side by side, and they're throwing people over onto each lorry. And yeah, and then suddenly, the new Captain America arrives to save the day, but it looks like he gets his ass kicked and handed to him. So they're all making their way back, and the new Captain America wants to work alongside Sam and Bucky, but doesn't really endear himself to them, which I thought was good. And it's obviously what was going to happen anyway. Later on in the episode, Sam does say that, look, we're free agents. We can't really work within the confines of the government restrictions. And obviously they can't, because they have to do certain things that you can't really say, yeah, we do it for our country kind of thing, if you understand what I'm trying to say. I think I butchered that. But yeah, so these guys, these people that were um, shipping these vaccines or whatever, they are like a small group of flag smashers, and they are headed up by this girl called Kiri, and she's got a British accent, and she's got like loyalties. She's got people that are loyal to her and her cause. I don't think she's the main leader. I think she's just one of the operatives. And sorry, Carly was a Carly something or other. And yeah, so they're hiding out somewhere, and they have to figure out how to get out of wherever they are. So we'll see that later on in the episode. But then we just get more Bucky and Sam shots, scenes, should I say, and they go to Baltimore to see another super soldier, and this super soldier went in to fight, or at least beat up and capture Bucky when he was the Winter Soldier. And this guy was this guy was a super soldier also, at the same, possibly the same rank or the same program as Steve Rogers, and the guy was black. And for some reason, in the last episode and in this episode, there's kind of like a theme running where it was like, oh, you this or black this or white this kind of thing, and it's here again, but obviously in a different aspect. So I don't know why they're putting race into it. There is race. There's like a really big tone when it comes to anything to do with race. There's a little kid that is sitting down when Sam is walking past, and he says, "Are you the?" I think he said, "Are you the Black Falcon?" And Sam says to the kid, uh, "Isn't you calling me the Black Falcon because I'm black?" And something, oh God, I can't remember it now, but he said to the kid, "So, because you're a black kid, are you black kid?" But anyway, so they went to see this guy, Isaiah, who is a super soldier, and yeah, he's basically been sent to the dogs, and he tells them, "You know what? You guys just bugger off. I don't want anything to do with you." And yeah, Sam's a little pissed by it. And then there's this really weird scene where the cops just come up to Sam and Bucky fighting. Well, not a fighting. They were actually just arguing in the street after coming out of Isaiah's. And the police officer turns to Bucky and says, "Sir, is this man uh, disturbing you?" And he says, "No, we're just talking." And I thought that was quite interesting. But they take away Bucky anyway instead of taking away Sam, and they do that because he's breached his parole or the conditions of his parole. And but they are what ends up happening is Captain America saves Bucky from any kind of issues, and they have to go to therapy. So this is a scene you see in the trailer when they're staring at each other. And I thought this could have been a lot better, but again, it's not following the exact kind of theme of, say, Lethal Weapon or 48 Hours or another 48 Hours. But yeah, it was fun nonetheless, but it didn't hit the mark, to be honest with you. Right, so after this point, Captain America's talking to them about working together, and this is where they turn around and say, "Sorry, guys, we're not going to work with you." And then we cut to the Flag Smashers, and they need to get away. They're on a plane. They've got a plane, and they need to get on it, but the authorities come after them. One of the Flag Smashers stays behind, and he basically dies for his fellow comrades. So they get away, don't know where they're going, and we cut back to Sam and Bucky, and they are basically saying, "We need to do something about this." So um, Bucky says, "We need to go see this guy," and this guy is actually Baron Zemo. And then we cut to a scene of a prison cell, and we see Baron Zemo sitting there, and then the credits run. And that was the episode. It was good, it was enjoyable. So these TV shows that Marvel are creating, especially this one, is going to have one action scene per series, and the way they're pulling off these action scenes in a, I would say, TV show budget is actually pretty good. Again, this comes down to the new ways of using blue screen, green screen, and projection technologies. And in that respect, it's actually not bad. I'm actually enjoying this show, but it always seems too short. Just like One Division, every episode was too short, and yeah, it's It's interesting, but it's building the story, and I like it. It You should be able to, once the show's finished, watch these in like a movie order, so all in one go. You could probably binge watch them, and they would be entertaining. But in like little bite-sized elements, I just feel like I want more, and that's actually a good thing. It means this show is successful. So thanks for listening, guys. This has been episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'll see you next time.